What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit. In today's video, I want to go into my go-to lister orders, and I want to share with you the types of profits that I'm making in my Amazon business, buying items on eBay and flipping them on Amazon. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I share a lot of different videos of me breaking down the items that I'm picking up, how I'm selling, my profit, so on and so forth. But I've never made a video where I actually go into my orders and share with you what I paid, what I sold, the fees, and the total profit. Now, in this video, I'm not going to be sharing and exposing all of my items right here. I actually hit the little hide my product symbol right here because as much as I love you guys, I don't think it does any good for anybody for me to expose all of my replens and create a whole bunch of competition, not only for myself, but I worked my ass off to build up, my replens list. The good news is there's hundreds of thousands of products that you can flip. And if you're mad that I'm not sharing with you all my exact items, it's like you should find another business, because if you're not willing to put in the time to fish and learn how to catch the fish and cook the fish and eat the fish, it's like, what are you doing here? So I'm going to just show you some of my flips. And the goal of this, this video is not going to be super helpful, but hopefully it inspires you and opens up your eyes to the types of profits you can make when you sell on Amazon, especially if you're doing something like eBay to Amazon flips. All of these flips that I'm going to share with you guys, I bought them on eBay using the Replen catcher. So Replen Catcher is a software that I've developed that helps you to find undervalued deals on eBay to flip on Amazon. And they're all pretty much new items. I sell mostly all new. Now, if I do flip books, those are used, but all the DVDs, the CDs, the board games, the electronics, the tools, all that stuff, office supplies, business and industrial, sporting goods, it's all new. I love flipping new, and everything that we buy on eBay goes directly to my prep center and then goes to Amazon FBA. So let's get right into it. So if you take a look here, you're going to be able to see when my last order was. So my last order was 8 minutes ago. You'll be able to see the status on Amazon, the quantity, the order price on Amazon in total, the cost of what I paid for the item, the fees, and the profit. Now, I have to go in and manually add in the buy cost, but since I'm hiding my products, I don't know how much I paid for this one, so we'll just ignore this one. But you can see right here, 45 minutes ago, I paid $49.95 for this product, sold it for $88, made $19.57. This item right here paid $57.50, sold it for $96, made $19.55. Here's another item, paid $51.51, sold it for $99.95, made $26.29 on this. Look at this one right here. I actually lost $35.96, and I investigated this, and the problem with this one is I jumped on a product, a toy product that was newer. Amazon was on the listing, and then a whole bunch of freaking dumbass online arbitrage sellers jumped on. I swear to God, traditional online arbitrage sellers are some of the dumbest resellers that I've ever met, because what they do is they buy a bunch of quantity. They all buy the same thing. They all jump on the listing. And essentially what will happen, I put a post in my eBay to Amazon Facebook group, which, by the way, if you want to learn how to flip items from eBay to Amazon for free, join my group right here. Just go into Facebook and find it. But I put out a post I had a whole rant. You could read this if I want. I was going crazy. I wasn't pissed off. It's just annoying because, like I said, traditional online arbitrage sellers, a lot of them, they are just really, really dumb. They buy a bunch of products. They all jump on at the same time. A lot of these kids are like 20. They've got an Amex. They run up their credit card 100K. And then what they do is look right here on this Keepa chart. They run up the listing. So they go from 10 sellers to 40, and then they just mutilate the price. They tank it. This thing was selling for over 100. I flipped this multiple times for 80, 100, 120, 130. And look, I'm going to see how many times I can say the word dumbass in this video. So if you have kids around, give them the earmuffs, kick them out of the room right now. But I can't say it enough. There's so many just stupid online arbitrage sellers who they don't know how to use a repricer, and they just know how to run up their Amex card, and they set up the repricer and they just mutilate the price. I'm so glad I only had one of these items. And I swear to you guys, 99% of my items don't tank in price, because when I'm buying items from eBay to Amazon, I'm not going after listings that are popular. I'm not going after listings where Amazon's on the listing for the most part. There's usually only 3, 4, 5 sellers on the listing, because these are hard to come across items on eBay, right? These aren't items that are typically in the store going on clearance, but this item right here, I don't know what we have. I've got to look into it more. Maybe we bought it when the offer count was going up. So if we did, that's our fault. But this is why I just don't mess with products like this. But it tanked in price, and there's still 20 sellers on the listing. So We ended up just getting rid of it. We did lose 35 bucks, but whatever, who cares? I mean, look at the profits that I'm making on these flips. So sometimes you just got to cut your losses. I could have sat and waited for it to go back up, but I just cut my losses and got my money back, and then I'll just invest it in another E to A flip that makes a lot more money. So yeah, that was a bad flip right there. Here's another sale from 2 hours ago, made $40.77, 33, 53, 33, 19, 33, 19, 6, 40. So this is why it's like, on my videos, a lot of times people will be like, well, Steve, like, what if you don't have an invoice? Like, Steve, what if, you get a section 3? It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. My best advice would be go after items that don't have a high likelihood of getting an IP complaint. So going after products that aren't super fast sellers, going after products where the brand's not on a listing, going after products where there's no big Keepa drop-offs in the seller count, which could indicate an IP, going after items that aren't really popular, because you're not going to typically get attacked, for IPs with products within brands that aren't super popular. Like I know some people have gotten IP complaints with Logitech or Sony, but if you go after like a Sony or a Logitech item that isn't super popular, and again, this isn't like 100% foolproof, but the odds are if you go after a slower selling item that's only selling 5 to 10 times a month versus 500 times a month, you have a lot higher chance of just being safe, right? And the same goes with like counterfeits. Well, what if you get a counterfeit, Steve? Like what if, a customer says you get it, it's not real. How do you prove it? There's not really much you can do. Although recently I have had students of mine in Avery, the owner of Go2Lister, we did a live stream the other day. We have a girl that we met, a lawyer who's been helping a lot of eBay to Amazon flippers, thrifters use thrift store and eBay invoices to beat the cases. I've helped multiple people do it. I don't get paid. I'm not like affiliated or sponsored, but there's ways around it. But the average person that you see in the YouTube comments, or the average just dumbass traditional online arbitrage seller, they're going to tell you like, oh my God, you're going to get your account kicked off. It's the worst thing to do. And it's because they're trying to sell you on a course. They're trying to sell you on their opportunity. But if you do traditional online arbitrage, you're going to notice that most of these guys, not all of them, there's probably 10% of them who really know what they're doing. Like there's definitely money to be made with online arbitrage if you know what you're doing and you find rare sources and you find good opportunities. But I swear 90% of these dumbasses aren't making any money. And I'm going to see how many times I can say the word dumbass in this video, because this is a raw, uncut video. But this is why I flip items from eBay to Amazon. I've been doing this for over 4 years, and I'm not here to convince you to do it. But why do I do that? People look at me like this guy's a freaking bald maniac. Like he's flipping from eBay to Amazon without invoices. Why is he doing it? This is why. Look at the profits, guys. 130, 91, 15, 19, 20, 82, 20, 33. If you see zero, that means it was a canceled order, so it didn't process through. 30, 11, 65. This one we lost 1865. But who gives a crap? Because the next one I sold 4 of that item and made 98 bucks, 28. One flip, 130, 93. Why does this bald reseller flip items without invoices? This is why. And I'm going to just keep going and going. Look at this. Look at these profits, guys. It is absolutely insane. So yeah, if you want to be able to go to bed at night and be 100% confident that if you get an IP or you get a counterfeit, you're going to be okay, then fine. Go do private label. Go do wholesale. But who the heck wants to go open a warehouse and have employees and spend $50,000, $100,000? And like, I think it's great. I think leveling up to wholesale and private label is fantastic. But I would say most people just want to make money from home. Like that's why I'm such a huge advocate of thrifting, right? Low startup costs. Like, yeah, you got to work your ass off, but you can make really good money, right? There's a ton of opportunity, right? So if you don't have a lot of money, start with thrifting. If you want to be able to make money from home and leverage a prep center like I do and make freaking stupid profits like I do, like Joji Davenport, he does Amazon to Amazon. I'm a huge advocate of using BookMine, another great opportunity with books, right? But I mean, most people, I swear, most of these online arbitrage sellers are just showing really big numbers and they're not making any money. They all turn guru. I swear, they all do. It's like they're making more money from their software. They're making more money from their courses. They're trying to push you into a coaching program. And like, I don't know. I swear, I don't see these guys making videos breaking down their numbers. I want to see them open up their Go2Lister. Show me. I want to see your profits. It's going to be 10%, 15% margins. And hey, if you can do millions of dollars, then, God bless you. That's fantastic. But this is why I do it, guys. Look at this, 38, 34, 53. These are single flips. These are single flips. 10, 17, 51, 11, 11, 31, 53. Guys, I mean, I'm just going to keep going and going. Check this out. Let's keep going. 51. 46, 26, 28, 42, 51, 66. Holy crap. That was 5. That wasn't good. 71, 71. Now, keep in mind, you do have to spend money, right? Let's be honest. I'm the type of guy who I like to show off. I like to not necessarily brag, but like if I'm kicking ass, I want to show people. I want to inspire people, but I'm also the type of person who's real. Like I'm going to tell you right now, it does take money to make this type of money. Like if you take a look here, my cost, I paid 51 for this to make 51. I paid 138 to make 46. I paid 47 to make 26. I paid 115 to make 28. I paid 32 to make 42. So yeah, not everybody is like, I'm privileged, right? I've been working my freaking ass off the last 10 years and I'm privileged to have the capital. I'm privileged to, have the money to buy this inventory, right? I'm privileged to have these various, other income streams to where I can take a risk with eBay to Amazon. I can take a risk thrifting. I can take a risk doing this model because let's just be real. Like if I did get kicked off Amazon, I have other income streams, right? Like I do have software, right? I do have some affiliate income. I do have rental properties. I do have other income streams, investments that that I have to pay me. So let's be real here. I'm not here to say like anybody can do this. And I'm not here to say that everybody should do this. I could just only share what I'm doing right now. But hopefully this gives you some insight into why I'm flipping items from eBay to Amazon and why I'm doing it without invoices and why I could sleep at night because the money's just stupid. I mean, it is just absolutely stupid. So yeah, I mean, I could just keep sharing. Look at this one, $130 profit right here. But I did have to drop $194. So you got to grow some big balls to do this. I'll be honest. And what this doesn't show is there's also returns as well. Some of my electronics and tools could have 7 to 8% return rate. So don't think that this is all just money in the bank. It's not, because some of these items could get returned. Some of these items, Amazon sellers will literally open up an item I paid $200 for and sold it for $400. They'll open it. They'll swap it out. They'll send it back. I'm fucked. They'll open it up and turn a new item used, turn an item from worth 400 to worth 30. It happens. That's why you've got to have big margins, right? When you're flipping items from eBay to Amazon. And really in general, if you're just thrifting, even Amazon to Amazon, right? You've got to have the margins to make up for the bullshit that Amazon's going to hit you with, the bullshit the customers are going to hit you with. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of context. I don't know if this, was valuable, but I'm at the point now, guys, where it's just a no bullshit approach, guys. I don't have anything to sell you. If you want to join my free Facebook group, do it. Hey, if you want to start sourcing from eBay to Amazon, yeah, I guess I have a software to sell you. But guess what? The software is so fucking good. It can make you so much money. I built it for myself, and then I finally shared it with other people. God forbid somebody builds something that's actually real and offers value. Guys, being on social media is such a blessing. I love, working with you guys and chatting and making these videos, but sometimes I just wish I can give some people a kick in the butt because all they do is complain and all they do is whine and all they do is have a million excuses. And there's nothing more I want than to see people have success, but you've got to take a risk. You've got to take some time to learn. You've got to try things. You've got to experiment. You've got to put yourself on the line. You've got to be willing to put 3 to 6 months in where you don't make any money. I'm not here to blow smoke up anybody's, what, like if you follow me for a long enough time, that I might make it look easy, but when you listen to what I say, it's challenging because it takes work. It takes capital. It takes practice. It takes getting punched in the face. It takes, risk. And, I had an old friend of mine who always said, the higher the risk, the higher reward. And it's true. If you don't want any risk, go do traditional online arbitrage, go do wholesale. But guess what? There's still going to be a ton of risk, and it's going to be even probably more risk in my opinion. But, to each their own. But yeah, these are some of my profits, guys. I mean, it's pretty cool to look at this stuff. It's really, really cool. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Much love. If you guys want to access these reports, check out GoToLister, the fastest Amazon listing software. I love it. They have mobile listing coming out soon. They have a mobile app where you can check all your sales, get push notifications when items sell. I mean, it's the fastest. It's the best. I love it. But yeah, this was cool. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this or if if you hated it, then you want to know what, so be it. But love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.